earlier this year, I uploaded a series on Cauldron, this brilliant little incremental game where you play mini games to collect resources to fuel the story of the game, and it's honestly probably the greatest incremental game of all time. Today we hop into Asbury Pines, which I'm already firmly believing may be the best idle game of all time. This is an idle game mixed with a murder mystery. We are going to be unfolding centuries of stories of residents of Asbury Pine, orchestrating their work, growing resources, upgrading skills, and creating automated production loops between the past and also the future eras of Asbury Pines, all to uncover a sprawling secret embedded in that flow of time, a murder in Asbury Pines. I'm excited to check this one out today. You can find this linked in the description down below. Let's play and see what's going on in Asbury Pines. So the year is 2025. Asbury Pines is a quiet town, nestled in the thick of a vast pine forest. You blink and you'd miss its exit off of Old Route 25, and you'd never know the place ever existed. But life as we know it hums along here in the heart of America. In many ways, the town appears as familiar as it is forgettable. What sort of destiny can this place ever hope to hold? Click Live Life on the sheriff to begin unlocking his story, a thread in a grand tapestry. As more town characters emerge, have them scavenge resources, work to refine those resources, and convert the refined resources into experience that enables you to unravel more of their lives. Okay, so this is Sheriff Buzz Snow here, and I'm going to just have him start living his life here. Can we learn a little bit about you? This is Rodney Buzz Snow, the sheriff of Asbury Pines, age 54. He's got certain levels that he's got going on here. New artifact, the coffee mug, has been unlocked. The old self-serve gas station has been unlocked, and the new Sheriff Buzz Snow story has been unlocked. That is right here. Snakes in hell, when did it get this bad? Can't even grab a coffee from Asbury Gas without folks snickering or punks recording me behind my back like I'm some buffoon about to walk on a banana peel. Headlines tore me to shreds after my shooting accident, and that dumb internet video made me into a joke, a meme or whatever. Sorry, I should have pronounced it as May for sure. No one expects me to fill my father's shoes anymore. My pa, the great Aldous Snow, legendary lawman, hotshot gunslinger, bringing justice to the worst of them. I look around, not a lick of respect for me or my sheriff's badge. Maybe that's the world telling me to turn it in. Alright. We also now have another note from him. I'm unlocking things too quickly. I gotta get a handle on Romina. Romina. Maybe come down hard on these social workers that keep shrugging her off. Her schizophrenic meltdowns are raising hell, damaging property all of a sudden. Feels like only a matter of time until she hurts someone. I jailed her for the night, maybe the third time in a month. She was smashing beer bottles on the stop sign near the Pratis' house, yelling about Beelzebub and demons and a reckoning to the one-eyed angel. Poor Everly Pratis, her voice shaking on the phone. Romina's gonna sleep off the booze and start hollering apocalypse at sunup. As usual, she's out at dawn and running off into Pine Hills Park, God knows where. The town is riding my hide about getting her off the streets permanently. She's a piney though, one of us Asbury people for decades now. What do we got if we don't take care of our own? Well, she's never been this bad. Okay. We've got a lot going on over here on the left that I want to start taking a look at. This is only 2 of 315 stories that we're gonna unlock. Only 2 of 84 people. We have Wilma Truitt that has now joined the party here. And I have a feeling that, I mean, I guess I can't live life with her quite yet here. We also have a quest tree that is absolutely friggin' absurd, brother. Look at this. Okay, is good. We've got production flow. So we've got the neighborhood here. I'm not learning anything. Can I hit info? Okay, fair enough. Let's keep looking. We got scavenging, we got work, we got nature locations. So neighborhood sidewalks. I can I mean, you know what, Wilma? Let's start you scavenging on the sidewalks, okay? I feel like I'm gonna be stuck in the sheriff's voice for this entire episode. I'm gonna start talking in a southern drawl the entire time. That's a disaster if I do that. Okay, we also have the old self-serve gas station, which we are looking to build. And it looks like I need 3 people in order to build that. Nature locations allows me to get a little bit of oil and food, it appears. So he's exploring. We're getting some stuff, man. You can see it popping up down here. And then we got artifacts. Sheriff Snow's coffee mug. We got $100 and some wood is what we'll yield. I guess we'll put the sheriff on that instead of looking around here. And we'll start to examine this artifact here. Let's get back to this. So this is all the total game areas that we are attempting to 100%. Resources, I suppose our production is flowing. The neighborhood is doing some stuff. There's a lot going on right now, but we're gonna get it squared away. We got some science. Nature location actions are 5% faster. Just got to get some more people to start making this work. The tribal consensus, okay? Work location actions are 5% faster. And then we got religion, the Sky Kingdom religion. All characters gain +2 to their scavenging skills. Let's go back to our people. We got him examining. We got her scavenging. This is Wilma Truitt, the gas station manager. Okay. You got any information about you? I suppose that if you're the gas station manager, we probably want to put you at the gas station, brother. So let's put Wilma there. Get her start building out the gas station as the owner of it. And then we'll take a look at our mug. This little beauty comes to life every morning at 7:30 a.m. Never fails to bring a little comfort. I love it. And we got some resources as a result of that. Still in Asbury Pines. Let's take a look. This is getting built. I mean, I have to imagine that that's a very important thing for us. Animals and plants, we got nothing. We do have our Sheriff Snow doing his things here. We got perks that I do not have even remotely unlocked yet. So yeah, I mean, let's get this gas station built. I suppose I can bring in Buzz as well and attempt to build this a little bit faster. I feel like eventually we're gonna find some more people and we can get some more workers. There's 84 people that we're going to be learning about as we play here. So we're off to a good start, in my opinion. So here we go. The old self-serve gas station. Asbury Gas. Okay. Brilliant. We finished building it. Does that mean that you got any stuff? You do not. But we're going to definitely work Wilma at the gas station. And it costs $1. I have 24. It gives me some food. It gives me some oil. So you're currently working. I can't expand your life at all here. It's good because I'm getting some resources, but I do want to be a little bit careful that I'm not just going to lose all of my money that exists. So I guess you keep on scavenging. This is 38% scavenge. We're going to get some money and get some wood. This keeps our gas station afloat, getting food and oil. And eventually, we'll learn a little bit more about Wilma here as we unlock some of her story. I feel like we got to get her to live her life, though. And that's where I'm not sure how to do that, if I'm honest with you. I mean, maybe we take her off of work, and then this would allow me to live her life. But currently, she's just idle. So I can't... She's not living her life at the current moment, okay? She's just chilling. Now, she does have a working level of 5. So I'm assuming that since he's a working level of 2, my guess is that she can work a little faster than he can work, is maybe how that goes. I don't know for sure, to be honest. But what I do know is that we are producing a good chunk of food and we are producing a good chunk of oil. And that seems reasonable to me. And then we can let the scavenging continue to scavenge, and you know, as this goes, we're getting XP, we're funneling things along, and I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Now we have our coffee mug, we have the Pine Hills Park. This gives me, I need to give it oil and food. It gives me XP. I guess, Wilma, now that we have some of this stuff, let's start to really explore Pine Hills Park here. And let's see. Although I suppose, who's better at exploring, right? Nature/exploring 2, whereas this guy's a 4. Okay. I mean, in that case, and scavenging, you're a 2, you're a 3. We should be reversing you, okay? You should be Wilma, And then you should be Buzz Snow, and that's going to give us some good stuff. I'd like to see our resources. I have to imagine that there is a way to see those in a nice, easy fashion. Okay, we're unlocking stuff. Life in Pine Hills Park. Sun winks through the pines, scattered beams on the ferns below. Retired couples, active parents, and idle minds wander peacefully along the many trails. They move like monorails, never deviating, making scheduled stops to open their eyelids and peer out a sequence of views and vistas. Creatures of the pines avoid the monorail humans and live hard lives of competition amongst themselves. Okay, get back to work. Wilma, you're a better worker. And you're a better scavenger. 92% scavenge, that's very good. Still making some good stuff. Here's our resources that we can have right now. So we got 3 food, oil's rising again, scavenging's going okay. We're uncovering some good stuff, man. Feeling okay about it. Once this gets to 100, we will hopefully see some new things. We finished scavenging the neighborhood, and we can still scavenge the neighborhood more. We just don't have much else really going on with it. So I guess really the Pine Hills Park is the only thing that we can truly send people into. I guess we can start to unlock some of this. Oh, we got astronomy and we got ceramics and science. I need more people though. Okay, I can officially live life for Wilma. I'm not sure what triggered that, but I would like to start living her life so we can start to learn a little bit about Wilma. What makes her tick, what makes her happy. Maybe it was once the gas station was built. I swear that button was not there a second ago. Mayor Alvin Van Eysen. Okay, new artifact, Romina's ratty coat has been unlocked. Okay. My guess is that we probably have to do that with her. So let's go idle on her. Let's go to the artifacts. I guess nobody can do this yet? Okay, that's fine. Well, we might as well send her back to the gas station to keep on collecting some stuff. And then let's take a look at some lore here. The Lord Almighty, hear my prayer. L.A. Sweet Lord Jesus on the cross, I'd like to offer today's prayer to Romina. Ramana. She came into the gas station drunk again and loafed around while arguing with them voices in her head. Smelled like something awful in her ratty coat. It took all my strength to remain polite and firm, even though she was cussing and throwing an imaginary fit in front of customers. Shameful, I gave her a free cup of coffee to get her to leave, but boy, how I wanted to slap some sense into her. Tell her to get like a mangy cat. I had these terrible thoughts of, wanting her to, I suppose, join you in heaven, peacefully, of course. She's in pain. Everyone knows she chose drugs over salvation, and that's why she's lost. But I realize I gotta pray and hope and remember the story from the book of Mark where Jesus touches and heals the lepers. Though even the lepers had the respect to live away from the normal townsfolk, Romana doesn't seem to care about anyone but herself. Plain selfish. Why won't she pull herself out of the bottle? Why put problems on other people? We all got our own. Doesn't she even have a pea-sized sense of decency? Lord help me, she really does boil my goose. Okay, yeah. That's good. That is some good stuff. Okay, you can't do anything. We need to start living life as the mayor here, man. The mayor of Asbury Pines. That feels like an incredibly important person to learn a little bit about here. So that is very exciting. You start living and start doing stuff. Mayor Van Eysen. Okay, hold on. Let's get him working first. Brother, making him work at the gas station sounds freaking sick, to be honest. But I suppose he's actually probably horrible. He's probably good at government, I guess. Actually, Buzz is freaking sick at government. Are you good at science? Let's take a look at him, right? What are you good at? You're good at religion? That makes sense. Look, I'm not gonna be that guy. He also is good at work, so we could throw him at the gas station to just make money. No, never mind. He can't actually work here, brother. It's kind of messed up. I can throw him here. All characters gain +2 to scavenging skills. It'll take 6 minutes. I mean, it feels like kind of a waste, but I suppose he can explore the park. I guess that's fine. Let him explore. That's okay. Let's read about you. Mayor Van Eysen vetoes Asbury Prison Rehab Clinic project. That's not a good look for you, Mayor Van Eysen. It is not a good look. He's vetoed the town council's budget proposal to build a small alcohol and drug rehabilitation clinic on the grounds of the abandoned Asbury Prison. A community effort that gained widespread council approval after an impassioned speech by Sheriff Buzz Snow. My thoughts and prayers go out to those in pain, but think about it, folks. A rehab facility would make this town a haven for addicts and the dealers that follow them. You have no idea what voice I really want to do for this guy. You know what I want to do. I won't do it. Not on my watch. The priorities are hardline community safety, which is achieved by my anus program. Come on. Arsenal's nanotech intelligence and surveillance resources? Bro, you can't, I understand it's an I and not a you, but you can't call it your anus program. Besides, the Church of St. Francis already runs an excellent counseling program founded on faith. Sheriff Snow declined to comment on this development. Okay, not a good look for you, Mayor. Not a good look. Wilma, I'm gonna need you to start living your life, because we got some exciting things going. Quest tree, apparently, can I toggle micro? Oh, that's so much better. Never mind, that's so much worse because I can't see anything. I can't actually, like, click into anything here. We can see, like, certain parts of the quest line, but I don't think I can actually, like, do much from that view. So, take me back to the people. It's Romana, brother. And a new artifact, Wilma's Blackberry Cobbler. Okay. This is exciting. Okay, we gotta learn about... we should put Ramana to work, I suppose. Start researching Ramana's ratty coat while I read all about you. Ramana Zappa, Vagabond. Nature/exploring 38. Holy frick. Okay. Phone log. Mayor's office. Hello, this is an automated message from the Asbury Pines office of the mayor. We're closed today, but your call is important to Mayor Van Eysen. Please leave your name, phone number, and the reason for your call, and we will contact you at our earliest convenience. Thank you. Howdy, Mayor. It's Wilma. Just wanted to say that it was nice chatting at the gas station this morning. I think you've cooked up some really great plans to make our town safer. I think you're right. The days of Aldous Snow are long gone, bless his soul, and maybe Buzz's best effort just isn't enough. Anyway, I just want to mention I've talked it over with the ladies at my book club, and you've got our full backing with your community safety plans and growing our fine police force. We'll nag our husbands till they agree. We're sending you all a couple Blackberry Cobblers. Thanks as always. God bless. Okay. Wilma's doing some examining. This guy's currently blocked. Okay, what's going on here? How are you blocked, my friend? We can get you back here in the time being. I guess Wilma or Alvin, you're currently worshiping. This just gives me meat. I'm a little concerned about the cobbler if it gives me meat, but sure. I suppose that's fine, right? I suppose that's fine. How's our resources going? I got $52, man. It's probably... Oh, no, this is the input. Yeah. How's my meat? Terrible. But we did just get the coat, which in turn actually brought this right on back. We also have more in Pine Hills Park, man. There's always something going on. Always rebuild. Casual hum in the park often dissipates quickly and gives way to peaceful, unpopulated nights. As the sun drops, cool pockets of air settle down between the hills, eventually growing into roving bands of fog that stifle light and sound. To the paranoid, the park is loud. To the calm-hearted, the park is silent. Each night, the will of the pines fights back against relentless human expansion. New ferns blossom, earthworms rebuild, and trees sprout buds. Despite all its pain, the forest chooses not to give up. Okay. We don't need anybody to really do much there right now. Ramana can now live life, which is exciting. We can get some things going. Wilma's currently idle. We might as well throw her back at work at the gas station. That's where she wants to be. And the Blackberry Cobbler's slowly going. Romana's trench coat. Oh, Romana's knife. Romana's trench coat is tattered and shredded, but the word gatekeeper delicately stitched in the inside of the breast pocket. Oh, okay. It's a little spicy. Okay, Romana Zappa. Let's figure this out, man. Pronounce Ramana. I mean, here's Here's a how to pronounce. Okay, that site is riddled with ads, brother. The Italian pronunciation, Romina. There you go. Home sweet tent or tent sweet home. Look at this medicine for tonight. Chips for dinner and whiskey to shut up the loudness. A girl dinner, honestly. The dark, the bits, the dark, the bits, the little girl, the rip. Half only, bag half full of chips, looking on the bright side. Bag half full kind of night. Green gem necklace and the one-eyed angel. I'll get her to the grave, the one-eyed angel. No one looks in my boots for secret. Still got my knife. It's all I got to control things. Shh, let me think in there for once up there. Yes, the pendant necklace with the green crystal angel inside. Mine, my key from Pathfinder. She wears it every day. The rip, the green gem necklace, the one-eyed angel. The chips are a little wet. Everything gets soaked out here in the deep dark of Pine Hills Park where no one goes. At least I'm free where no one goes. I need to tell Everly how important she is. The most important, she has to go to the other side. The bits, the little girl, the rip. Oh boy, okay, come here, whiskey, it's medicine time. Okay, Romina is doomed. Romina is not okay. I think that Romina examining Romina's knife is a really terrible idea. I think that's an awful idea. So we're gonna do it. Why not? You're still working there. You're still just like scavenging on the sidewalks, which is a little silly, but I'll roll with it. I suppose we could probably move him. I mean, we have a ton of oil and food. Let's move you here for right now. Just to keep getting some XP on y'all. We could also probably start to just invest in these, like even religion, everybody gaining, well, but you guys are currently doing some work at this point. Government work locations are 5% faster. I mean, we could dump Buzz on there, I guess. How long are you going to take? 5 minutes? I mean, to make everything 5% faster, I suppose that's not a terrible situation. Okay. Romina can actually, we can get another little bit of her story. Let's live life for you to get that next bit. And then we can keep on doing this. Conversation, Romina. No, Aldous, have a heart. It's Buzz, Romina. My pa Aldous is with the angels. Hold still. Do you understand why I gotta cuff you and take you in again? Please, I hate the station. I'm just trying to get on my way. The dark, the bits, the little girl, the rip. Romina, you were scaring folks this time. What on earth are you thinking? Throwing pennies at folks walking into the grocery store? That's harm, you understand? Causing harm to others. They don't care for my feelings. I see those people seeing me with hate. I just need some medicine, and then everyone acts like I'm the only one that needs some medicine. We all just need some effing medicine. Okay, Romina, this is your fault, Mayor Van Elsen. Ison, if that's even your real name. Okay, he's idle. Let's go, here. You, nope, can't be that. You got this, good. Let's send you back on religion, brother. Or maybe I should put you on science. Or maybe, I don't know, man. I can't put you on science. Go back to... Romina can't live her life anymore. Okay. Go back to artifacts then, Romina. We're getting closer to you being able to do some stuff. Very scary. Very scary. And you guys are just chilling. Any perks I can get? Nah, production flow is just moving along, man. This is a nice view to see. I wish that I could put people on here from here, just to make life like a little bit easier. Notification log is also very nice to have access to. But I definitely think that this knife is going to be our next thing. A good knife for opening cans and gutting anything that's alive. Yeah, something strikes me that that's a scary thing to have right now. So everything's examined, you're just working, nobody's scavenging here. Resources are very high on like everything. So we could totally roll with trying to get some of this going. Let's throw Romina on this. This is going to take an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. Well, you're in for a long episode, I suppose. That's definitely too long, brother. We could throw all of these guys on here. This now takes 2 more minutes and everybody gains scavenging. I don't know why that feels like a good idea to me. And this is actually like moving along to where we're gonna be in good shape there as well. Good time to say I'm loving the writing and the vibes of this game, man. And the fact that there's so much more coming, right? You can just see. I mean, this is 8 of 315 stories. I love the idea of a narrative idle game. It's just brilliant. Let's save, and then I guess this is all I'm looking at. They also, this is a good time to note that they are doing an early access for this, but the early access is the entire game. They're just basically using early access to correct some typos and fine-tune balance and manage some of the settings in the game. So you're getting the full, I know people have issues with early access, you're getting the full game. It's content complete. It's just little tweaks that they're planning on doing to make it the best experience humanly possible. So it's good. It's very good. Resources, we're really not spending any at this point. I just have everybody doing science and government, and I mean, in a minute we're going to have the Sky Kingdom religion, and we're gonna have the tribal consensus all squared away. So feeling good. Things are moving along up here. We got Sheriff Buzz Snows doing some governing. Love that for him. As he works in government, making all the work locations a little bit faster. 42 seconds left on the Sky Kingdom religion. I got questions about the Sky Kingdom religion, but I'll leave them be for the time being. I think it's important that we start chipping away at some of these progression trees, man, just to get a little bit more flowing here. And yeah, we have all our stories. I'm curious about plants and animals. I mean, that's gonna play a part in this that I'm not fully aware of yet. But here we go. Sky Kingdom religion, 2 more seconds. All characters are gonna gain some scavenging skills. We obtained the perk. Okay, interesting. And a new religion, the giant sloth deity. Living actions are 5% faster. Okay, I mean, you guys can start doing this. It's gonna take 47 minutes. But now I have a perk. All characters gained +2 to scavenging. And these guys are still just... They're buzzing along, man. They're buzzing along, having a good time. Sheriff Buzz Snow is certainly buzzing along the most, though. Seems very logical that he would be buzzing. How's he doing on his government? 7 more seconds. Seems great. All work location actions being 5% faster. Bang, you're now completed. And we've unlocked Puritan Theocracy. All characters gain +5 to their work skills. We can bring in Alvin. We can bring in Buzz. That's going to take 10 freaking hours. That's too long. That's too long. How about ceramics? Can anybody else do that? Nope, they cannot. And Romina's the only one that can do anything in there. We don't have any more here. Theoretically, Pine Hills Park is completely squared away as well, as is the Asbury Gas. So, how do I progress, my friends? How do I progress? We all just need some medicine. It feels like that we're close to Romina being able to get to that next story arc. Maybe we just got to get them some more XP, man. So in that case, let's go back to here. Let's start. I mean, Romina is very good at exploring, and that's gonna give her more. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So that now allows her to live life. So I guess they have to maybe be in the locations that they're supposed to be at, and then that gives us potential for them to live their life, maybe? This is blocked. Why is this blocked? Aren't you supposed to be here? Hold on. Yeah, okay. And now live your life. Okay, sure. Now you're blocked again. Why are you blocked? What's your problem? We go back to your nature locations? I have so much of all of this. Romina, work with me, please. You're exploring? You're exploring? You're getting all kinds of good stuff. I live life. You live life a little more. Now you're blocked again. What's your problem, Romina? Work with me. Nature locations, Romina? Scavenging? I mean, Romina's she's really good at everything, man, is the reality. Buzz, start doing this again. I'm not sure the value that that's necessarily providing, but we'll roll with it. I suppose we're actually using XP to get the stories. So as we're getting, sorry, I misunderstood this. This gives me XP every time we do it. Okay, so here's Everly Pratus. We know a little about you. Digital Content Manager. Okay. You're decent at scavenging. You're good at exploration, exploring. The Abandoned Asbury Prison. Okay. That seems like a terrible place for me to... blocked from living, by the way. It seems like a bad place for you to be scavenging, but I'll start scavenging here. And that's going to take a little bit of time for you to get there. We can throw... I suppose we can throw Everly on here. And then Buzz can keep working here. We'll generate a bunch more meat and oil so that we're able to get... Let's get the mayor producing XP for me. And then now we can start to get some things going with our other people. But let's read about Romina here. The dark, the bits, the little girl, no listening from no one. Ears closed shut, shut up, shut up. So tight my words don't go in. I don't want to threaten the one-eyed angel. She's so afraid that she fights and runs. I'm scared too, but I also understand that she doesn't yet. Oh yes, yes, my third eye was opened wide by Pathfinder, and I know this is more than him and me in pain and fear. The one-eyed angel must reach the gate in the wood and be gone, gone, make her gone. Like I once saw. The rip, the green gem necklace, and the one-eyed angel. Oh no, how terrible. Oh, that is terrible. Let me decide. Then okay, I'll decide how to use the knife and make her go. Run? Will she run? She won't open her ears, so I have to do it with some danger, some threat. Oh, such a mess now, but my path is mine, and it's all I got, and all I want is the knife, right? The right fear? Will it make her go through the gate and be gone? Maybe need a bigger thing for fear, a weapon of bigger fear. Fear is the true weapon. Oh, how terrible this is. The dark, the bits, the little girl, the rip, the green gem necklace, and the one-eyed angel. The dark, the bits, the little girl, the rip. Romina needs to be put in a home. I'm very sorry, but it's gonna have to happen. Let's start living life as Everly here, and then we can... I mean, we can put somebody back scavenging on here, but the reality is I got 80 money, and we're going to be okay for a little bit as we get her story squared away. Text with Mom. Ugh, Mom, I just had a perfect day. Kids splashing in the pool, Danny grilling our fave bratwurst. Yeah, that's something that normal people say. Then naps all around. Dinner was pizza and brownies, and then we played Uno and caught lightning bugs in the yard. This is the stuff I should be living for, and I feel just... detached, like my skin pores close up and keep happiness from getting into my body. WTF. Did you tell your husband how you feel? No. I'm worried Danny's getting sick of this shit. My shit. He's given up like everything to take care of me. I just want to feel not depressed for once in my goddamn life. What has your psychiatrist said? The usual crap. I matter. I have to focus on good things, take my meds. It's not like I haven't been trying here. You do matter. How are the bad thoughts? Do you need me to drive down? No, I don't know, maybe. So Everly is suffering from a bad bout of depression. So we'll keep our eye on her. The mayor has the ability to live some life a little bit here too. And I think that we probably should. Now, what is he doing right now? He's exploring. So he was in the nature location. We need to get you in here. So let's move Buzz onto here right now. Here's the next Everly. Is it weird that I'm proud of not crying in front of my son? Gavin said that some of the other first graders called him Captain Hook because he has a one-eyed pirate mom. He was all huffy and puffy when I picked him up, and he asked how I could let someone poke out my eye. Why didn't you fight back? Real me wanted to shout that I'm fighting back every day, but mom me told him again that some things are sad accidents and we can learn to accept them or be upset all the time. I said the next time that someone talks about my eye patch, tell them a silly pirate joke. There's one I remembered from grade school. What's a pirate's favorite letter? I'll give you R, but it's really the C. He held back a smile. This scar still finds ways to haunt me. This is super depressing. Asbury Pines Police Department. Voluntary witness form. Statement. I was downtown for my weekly counseling appointment at 2:30. As I left my psychiatrist's office about an hour later, I saw Romina, not sure the last name, she's old and homeless. I'm so sorry. That's an insane way to word that in a voluntary witness form. Near the corner of Glendale and Main Street, she saw me, ran over, got in my face, and yelled that she knew the gate for my key. She grabbed my coat and kept asserting nonsense about me going to the other side of the gate in the trees. Her eyes were wild, which scared me to death. I kicked her hard in the shin, which made her crumple on the sidewalk, and it gave me time to escape into my car. I drove immediately to this police station to give this statement. Please do something about Romina. What if my kids were around? I feel watched all the time. She's harassing me, and I fear for my family. I'm gonna hit you with a real quick that somebody... Okay, she grabbed her coat. Fair enough. Sorry. I thought for a second that the random woman comes up to her on the street and she physically assaults her. But I suppose she was also getting physically assaulted, so now it's kind of, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Scary. Very scary. What's going on here? She was killed. Yeah, okay. Well, Everly, that's a tough one. It's the Asbury Pines Police Department, Office of the Sheriff. This is Buzz Snow reporting the offense of a homicide. I called in a civilian assistance request 12 hours after Everly Pratis was reported missing. Bill Steely's bloodhound found her remains. Location of the crime scene is Pine Hills Park. Head is dismembered, bodies next to it. Appears victim was executed via beheading on a stump by an old grave and died immediately. Back of head has large welt from blunt force trauma. Standard 28-inch splitting axe, blood on the blade, left in the tree stump. Initial investigations reveal no signs of struggle. No dirt, skin, or hair under fingernails. Lipstick, earrings, and makeup is intact on the severed head, save for dirt and leaves. Clothing appears unmolested, nothing missing from the victim's wallet, phone, and pendant necklace with victim's face found in coat pocket. 2 pairs of shoe tracks lead the execution site, both approximately same size and tread, identical to the victim's shoes. Tracks have disappeared at location of homicide. Bloodhound did not pick up further scents to follow from there. Assisting Officer Walrod vomited near the crime scene, sent him off to get a grip and bring coffee for the incoming investigators. Yeah, man, it's a beheaded human. And you're like, get it together, sucker. Actions taken by officer. Deputy Gil Martin cordoned? Calling investigation units from nearby Bronson and Riverneck counties, notified Mayor Van Eysen of events, and the crime report would come ASAP. Investigators arrived at 7 a.m. Take photos, blood, hair, fingerprints, saliva samples gathered by DNA. Body eventually removed for drug testing and autopsy by the coroner. Drove by the Pratis house at 8:23 and reported the incident to Everly's husband, Danny. First time I saw a man wail like that to 2 kids. Helped phone nearby family members to come over for support. Officer's summary of events. Worst day of my effing life. Look, Rodney, Buzz, I understand it's the worst day of your life. Your husband wasn't beheaded. You were not beheaded, and your mom was not beheaded. So let's slow it down a little. I can understand it might be the worst day of your life. Maybe slow down on calling it the worst day of your effing life. Just as an idea. Okay, Everly Pratis cannot do anything now because she is dead. So that's a tough one. The mayor has some more stuff here. Oh, fancy that. The imbecile Danny Pratis is here. Oh, imbecile Danny Pratis with his silly little dead wife. How can a man be so smug while buying groceries? Look at him saunter into his Toyota, an Asian-made car, of course. What is this guy's problem, man? What a patriot. I can imagine how satisfying it would feel to walk right up and punch him in his know-it-all schoolboy glasses. I bet he's a whiner, effing idiot, gallivanting around like he's the mayor of the town, but he dropped out of the race. Obviously, he couldn't take the heat. He doesn't deserve Everly. If I ever get the chance to make his life hell, you're a horrible person. I mean, you are actively the worst human being. It's impressive. And then we're going to send him to start looking into Danny's Toyota Corolla. Come on, man. Okay, Everly's eye patch gives me 1,000,000 XP. And apparently I can still put Everly on that, which feels a little backwards, but I'll roll with it. Holy crap, man. We have another thing from Mayor Van Elsen. I suppose this is the timeline. So at the time that this happened, she hadn't been murdered yet. So this is probably going to be about, yeah, okay. In light of the horrific murder of Everly Pratis, the town council has granted full support to Mayor Van Eysen's ANUS program. Yep, protecting the fine people of Asbury Pines is my top priority. Unfortunately, gone are the days of the small sheriff's department keeping the peace. We are under attack by sophisticated criminals and need to respond with cutting-edge security measures. My ANUS program will require the imposition of a local security tax that will raise funds to bolster our law enforcement numbers, gear, and technology. No price too large for the safety of our beloved streets and neighbors. Obviously, my prayer and condolences to the Pratis family, and God bless our Asbury Pines. It is so difficult to understand who you voted for in the last presidential election. Let me tell you, Alvin Van Eysen. Okay. Let's, he's now... He's examining right now. I think that we should probably try to live life a little more with... We should be trying to live life with a lot of these people. We gotta... I guess we can, right? Like, let's chug along a couple people at once here. We need to get resources, but we have so many, man. The scary part is that nobody's doing this right now, so we're not getting XP. And everybody's working right now. I just need more people. I need so many more people. Yeah, they're now blocked because we don't have any XP remaining. So, I mean, I guess get back on here, right? You at least have a skill level of 4 with this. I suppose Romina we could probably throw on here instead. And then in the scavenging, this is really close to being done. So chug away. Like I think it's important to get this scavenging done. Just to get that place 100%. And then, technically, I think... So, Romina's now blocked? Why is Romina blocked? Romina's blocked because we're out of oil. Okay. Technically, we're going to get oil in a minute. But we also got to build the grocery store, man. There's way too much to do right now. There's way too much to do. Let's move Romina to here to finish the scavenging. Let's throw Buzz back on... I mean, we were trying to get Wilma creating some gas. We finished scavenging the prison. In the 60s, they kept the most dangerous nut jobs here. Okay. Romina, you're now going to be off of that. We're going to send you the Anus Field Manual. That seems like an important thing for us to get squared away. Let's start researching that. I'm all over the place, man. Let's get Wilma back on this. The local grocery store you're currently examining. I need you guys to keep doing that. We got tons of money. I need oil to make XP. Technically, this is going to give me some XP, and this is going to give me some XP. We're going to get oil from this to get XP. I think you just chill for right now. It is nice that we can, from the dead, have Everly do things. That's kind of sick. I do like that. Holy crap, 45 minutes has flown by in this video. And I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface. I'm itching to hop in, do more. They're going crazy, man. They're going crazy. Okay, we finished the Toyota Corolla. That's exciting. 150 big ones there. That means that theoretically from our nature location, we can send somebody to start getting some XP again. I think that that's a smart idea. We do have people examining. Romina's currently scavenging. Yeah, that's like so not useful at all. So let's... We go... Nature, Romina. That gives us the XP. And that's what we're looking for, man. That's what we're looking for. Long time to go before we get the events of Sheriff Buzz Snow and Wilma. XP is rising. Wilma's currently just generating oil. We don't need you to do that. I think that you can start living your life, honestly. Sheriff is examining. He's examining the manual. I would like him to continue doing that, okay? I do think that's important. She doesn't turn any heads, but she's reliable and gets from point A to point B. If you haven't tried Wilma's Cobbler, you probably haven't been in Asbury Pines very long. Okay, good. By the way, this is probably the murder weapon. Just feels logical to me. Not that that's a problem. It's a problem, okay? Maybe I shouldn't have worded it like that. I think that it is not okay to cut people's heads off. Controversial, potentially. But yeah, I think that we probably should not cut people's heads off. Shocker, yeah, complete shocker. XP is about to run out, I think. But we are about to get a big 30. Beautiful. Tactical protocols for modern conflicts. Good agent will be able to quote it upon command. Okay. Let's take a look at our production flow real quick. So the local grocery store is probably where we want to start putting some resources towards to start building this sucker. And we've still got... Here's all of our perks, by the way. Work location's 5% faster. Wilma's really close, and then we're going to take her off. We're going to basically just swap her and Buzz. The mayor is currently idle. Okay. If the mayor is idle, then let's put him on... I mean, I suppose I can put him on just scavenging the prison. He's okay at scavenging. I can also start to try to get, like, more science going here. But Romina's the only frickin' person that can do any of this, which is a little... It's a little annoying. Okay, new stories. And, did we kill Wilma? Okay, swap Wilma to here. And then start living life as you, and let's start reading. Wilma Truitt. Hi. I'd like to give an anonymous tip to help catch the murderer of Everly Pratis. So on the day it happened, I saw two people heading into Pine Hills Park across the way from the Asbury gas station. One person wore jogging clothes, the other had a baggy coat. Romina always wears that big dirty coat and has these plastic bags for her head when it rains. It had to be her. She's crazy and dangerous. I know I should be calling the sheriff with this, but I think you'd get less done with less fuss. We'd all sleep easier knowing Romina was off our streets for good. Take care now. And, here comes an interesting one. Wilma Truitt passes away from heart failure, November 2nd, 2041. Rest in peace, Wilma Truitt. You were a little crazy. You were a little insane. Not that insane, I guess. Like, you're not completely unhinged and horrible, but you were pretty bad. You were pretty bad. You have a personal vendetta against a woman that, realistically didn't do anything wrong without a fair trial. I'll say. I do think that Romina probably killed, right? All the signs point, but you know, I've read To Kill a Mockingbird. It's important that you don't jump the gun on some of these things. How's the grocery store doing? Slowly but surely, man. Slowly but surely. How's our resources? 55. That is slowly decreasing for sure. Which is definitely a small problem. New nature location, the Everly Pratis murder scene, and the murder weapon, and a new Buzz Snow story. Okay. Well, you know what it means. Holy crap, brother. Better XP for sure. But our resources are about to go to hell. They're about to go to absolute hell. Bright side is this grocery store is going to probably increase our food and oil. And that is going... Well, maybe not oil. I don't know. Does the grocery store have oil in it? We'll find out soon, I guess. We could also start having you live your life, but let's at least grab this. God-forsaken, just no other word for it. Everly Pratis decapitated on a stump in Pine Hills Park in my town. All the DNA, hair, footprints, whatever, all of it's Everly's. Even the fingerprints on the axe handle, and I believe she chopped off her own goddamn head was she axe juggling in the middle of the woods and whoopsie neatly beheaded herself by an abandoned grave. Autopsy reports had jack all. Chem tests reveal no drugs other than meds. No escape paths identified, and the bloodhound found a trash bottle of cheap whiskey a mile from the scene. It's all cold. I can still remember the first horrific report I made about Everly Pratis because I never found that perp either. Evil happened. Evil came to my town just staring me dead in the eyes and asking, what's the buffoon son of Aldous T. Snow gonna do? Well, I'm the goddamn sheriff of Asbury and someone's disturbing our peace? No way in hell I'm allowing evil like this. I'm chewing fire. Okay. Calm down, my guy. Calm down. Let's take a look. So Wilma is now done working. This is beautiful. I love this. You can start to do that. That's going to produce way more for me now. You're still making us a good amount of money, which is good. Nature location, Everly Praetus murder scene. Holy crap, it's going to take 1,000 years to unlock this. Okay. That's fine. We're getting good XP out of this, and I do like it. We also have the murder weapon. Buzz, 3.2 thousand XP. But it's going to take approximately 100 years to get that squared away. So that's another thing to keep in mind. We need to start living life as Romina, I think. What is Everly examining? Her eye patch. This is for a lot of XP. I would like you to keep doing it. It's a 7-minute action there. We got to keep this going because this is getting us some good stuff. I kind of want to... What is our boy Alvin? Alvin's just generating money right now, scavenging. We have money. Like I'm not super concerned about the money right now. Like if there was somebody else that could do anything really. He can't do anything, brother. Can you examine the murder scene? You can't. You can technically walk around Pine Hills Park and generate a little bit more XP. But yeah, can't do much. I have to spend some XP and get your next story. So let's keep chugging along with that. And then I mean he's just getting that. We could come down here, do a little bit more science. No, we can't because we don't have enough juice there. I can send you to start doing this, but it's an hour away. It's gonna take forever, unfortunately. So I'm not really jumping to put you on that, per se. These are also going to take forever. So we gotta get Romina's next action, because I gotta either get some more people, or I gotta get some more locations. Yeah, and you can't really do much here. We need to just let Romina do her thing. So I guess Mayor Alvin, he's currently worshiping. I feel like you might as well just put him back on making money. Like, let's not worry too much about science, government, religion at this point. We'll get more flow in there in the future. It's good. It's very good. The mayor, we still got one more story on Buzz Snow. We got a little more on Romina. And then we have a little more on the mayor. But then Wilma and Everly, their stories are donezo. They end in big X. We all know what that means. Holy crap, welcome to Worm 83? Okay, wait a minute, hold on. What the hell's going on? We just unlocked a million things. 2051, the unexpected collapse of modern society from a digital apocalypse spurs violence, chaos, and rule by force. Asbury Pines grows unrecognizable, roads crumble, buildings burn, sewers overflow, shops are looted, and many homes are dark and cold. Smartphones, microwaves, indoor plumbing, law and order, all are dreams of the past. Collective survival becomes the goal. Some Pineys stay boated up in the suburbs, but many gather downtown and help erect fortifications around Town Hall, Asbury Gas, and the Recreation Center. In these troubling times, characters rely on resources from the past to live life. Production flow tab shows the amount of resources flowing to this era from the past. Holy crap, okay. Crazy. We now have old Danny Praetus and Gavin Praetus, who I'm assuming was the son. It was the son. Let's read a tiny bit here. Okay, we're in Worm 83 now for the timeline. Let's read this. ANIS officers engage in deadly force. Here we go. ANIS fire team engaged its first deployment early this morning following an anonymous tip to the mayor's office of a dangerous person in Pine Hills Park. That was Wilma's message. After an altercation with officers, Romina Zappa was shot 5 times, pronounced dead when she arrived at Walden Emergency Hospital. Mayor Van Eysen described the event as a tragedy, but unavoidable. Body camera footage shows that officers acted in self-defense as Romina was incoherent and charged them with a sizable knife. She was identified as a prime suspect in the Paredes murder, and unfortunately her violent behavior suggests she may have done it. Sheriff Buzz Snow provided a rare voluntary statement on the incident. I've arrested Romina plenty of times to know she suffered from severe schizophrenia. She was one of us, a piney, and she needed help not being scared to her wits' end by tactical bugaboos armed to the teeth. There weren't a lick of fingerprints, DNA, or any evidence linking Romina to the Paredes murder. Let that go on record. A mystery, for sure. A mystery we can continue to unpack together if you are interested. Thanks so much for watching. I would love to play some more of this and unpack the story that is ongoing here in Asbury Pines. What a brilliant, brilliant little game. You can pick this up, link in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next episode. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.